At a time when Africa's future relies largely on knowledge and innovation, Professor Victor Mbarika stands amongst those shaping that future. A renowned scholar and president of the ICT University, he has dedicated his career to advancing ICT education, strengthening institutions, and of course, building the next generation of African leaders. In this interview, we will explore his ideas, convictions, and choices behind his remarkable journey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Managing Africa. To know who Professor Victor Mbarika is, I propose you watch this video and we'll come right back.
In a world increasingly driven by technology, one institution is quickly but steadily shaping Africa's digital future, the ICT University of Cameroon. Founded in 2010, the university was created with a clear and ambitious vision to equip young people with cutting-edge ICT, business and leadership skills that meets global standards while responding to African real development needs. Today, that vision is very much alive. Over the years, the ICT University have trained more than 15,000 students worldwide through both on-campus and online programs. From diplomas to PhDs, the academic offering attracts learners not only from Cameroon, but from across Africa, Asia, Europe and the Americas, giving the institution a truly international footprint. Each year, the university adds hundreds of graduates to the global workforce. Recent graduation ceremonies have seen between 300 and 450 students walk the stage, including doctoral candidates ready to take on the challenges of a fast-evolving digital economy. What sets ICT University apart, however, is a strong focus on entrepreneurship and practical skills. Many alumni are not waiting for jobs, they are creating them, launching startups, joining technology firms and driving digital transformation within their community. At the heart of this success story is Professor Victor W. Mbarika, founder and president of the Board of Trustees. A globally acclaimed ICT scholar, Professor Victor Mbarika has held prestigious academic positions in the United States and has authored over 300 scholarship publications. He has attracted more than $4 million in research funding from institutions such as NASA, the National Science Foundation, and the African Development Bank. A 5-year Fulbright scholar and recipient of multiple international awards, Professor Mbarika mentored over 30 PhD graduates, many of whom now occupy leadership roles across the world. Alongside experienced and forward-thinking administrators, Professor Victor Mbarika is leading more than a university. He is leading an institution that is building Africa's next generation of innovators, leaders, and digital change makers.
Welcome back, die-hard viewers of Managing Africa. Join me as we meet the distinguished academic, the Global ICT Authority, and of course the president of ICT University. It is a pleasure to have you on board Managing Africa today, Professor Victor Barika.
Nadine, I'm honored to be here.
Thank you.
This great
Thank you so much.
And special thanks to your great manager and patriot of Cameroon, Mr. Boni Dashako.
Great.
Anything for him.
Great. So thank you so much for joining us on this session. Let's discuss about, let's start with you, Professor. Aside the titles, aside being the president of ICT University, who is Professor Victor Mbarika?
Well, I'm a proud Cameroonian citizen, a descendant of the great village of Zangtabi in Cameroon, serving God by serving humanity through creation of things that will uplift those that may not have had opportunities to be uplifted through my evangelistic as well as educational initiatives.
Amazing. Well, that's great to hear. Today we want to learn from your insights. We want to make sure that Africans are, inspired by the enriching works that you've done. We know that you are based in the US. You're doing amazing works out there in the Western world. But then you have decided to come back to Cameroon. In spite of all the great achievements that you have had in the US, you're back in Africa. What is the motivation? Why did you decide to make such a move?
Honestly, I spent most of my life in the US, but I was born here, so this is first and foremost, my country.
Mm-hmm.
I'm emotional when I go to some conferences and stuff, and they play that Cameroon national anthem because of me.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I represent myself in places, I don't represent myself as an American. I say I'm Cameroonian, and they play the Cameroon anthem. There is something about that anthem. There's something about that name, Cameroon. After God, to me, is family and then Cameroon.
Okay.
And whenever I'm landing in this nation, I travel the world. Whenever I'm landing in Cameroon, there's a peace I get, which I don't get anywhere else.
That's nice.
In the world. And it's my love for my country. Like the president of this country has said several times, this country will remain while every one of us will pass away.
That's right.
I've always kept that in my mind, and doing my best to have a great Cameroon represented well by me, by all little I can do all around the world. Even my awards I dedicated to Cameroon. The one I had from the President of the United States last year, the one I had from the British House of Lords. I dedicate my greatest award to Cameroon because this is home. And there's so much negativity that people want to put about my country, and I will not let it happen as long as I'm alive. So when you ask me a question like that, it gets me excited and emotional because this is such an amazing country. And yes, I've had mighty success by the grace of God in America. I live a very good life in America, but it's nothing like home.
That's amazing to hear. Professor, just to make something very clear, the works that you've been doing in Cameroon and, the way the Cameroonians view you, people are beginning to have a misconception, and they think probably you're interested in government positions, and maybe that's why you're doing what you do. Can you clarify that for the population?
Being interested in government position is a wonderful thing now. It's power and it's authority. But, I really believe in something. I think everyone has a role in this, our mighty great nation, Cameroon. I think politics is important, policy is important, and there are people to play that. I don't just think I'm the kind of person even qualified to play those type of roles, because a politician people think being a politician is a bad thing. I don't think so. I think people that are doing it, we need them. For what we, the technocrats, are doing,
great.
We need them. Like this government has been amazing in supporting all the initiatives we do. The President of the Republic has even contributed personally, financially, to one of the ICT for Africa conferences we had at Hilton. When President Obasanjo came here as my guest, the President of the Republic took over and sponsored the whole trip, which was
amazing
of my invitation. So everyone has its role. I think the mistake that's usually done is when people like us at the Technocrat, that are the foot soldiers, when we are doing things, it's so easy to then get entangled into politics, and that's a distraction because we need time to recreate. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I want to recreate Victor Mbarika's, right?
Great.
And it may be very difficult to do that if the focus is on politics and governance. Being in government is very difficult. A lot of my friends in America, they used to tell me people in the Cameroon government don't work. Far from the truth. I have been to the presidency to see a top guy there. And he received me at 7 p.m. As I was leaving his office, 8 p.m., there were people outside waiting. This is hard work.
Yes.
And some of them hardly get vacations from some of my friends in government, they tell me that some of them can hardly just wake up and say, I'm going to the beach to relax. In
because
the
there's a lot of work to do.
Because there's a lot of work to do.
Right.
You must be ready if you are called upon for something to be able to react quickly. And so there is a role for everyone. And I support the government. I support people in politics. I actually admire them. I'm actually jealous. I wish we could have both worlds. But I'm what a typical technocrat, and I love what I do.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about your adventure in information and technology, what you are doing as far as ICT is concerned. What is your view on Africa's digital future?
Yeah, I'll tell you about that, but I don't want you to look taller than me, so we walk on that side.
Okay.
Africa's digital future, I will give you an answer that will shock you.
Okay.
I think we are on a very good footing.
Okay.
A lot of people that will watch us, they'll criticize me and they'll say I'm too positive. But there is this African style or Cameroonian style of thinking, oh, we don't have. My goodness, I have taught a class from my room in the hotel here in Cameroon with very good internet. I've taught a class in America from my room and I show my students the background and they're excited. Oh, we already have stuff. Do we need more? Yeah, but Cameroon has done an amazing job having a strong information technology presence. We have several internet service providers. Now, I don't know if it's legal, but here we have some satellite provisions and so on, but I know that the government is still trying to work out. But we need a satellite internet to be adopted by this government because it's necessary. It's good competition too with the government operator, Camtel. I think it's good competition. It will make Camtel nothing but better. So we already have some good things happening. Many schools have computer labs and so on. And I said this thing somewhere, and they say, what about the village schools? Why? I mean, what are we going to do? Only the schools in the city? Well, every country grows every day. But I really think Africa is already on a good footing. The problem in Africa is not whether we have the technology, it's what are we doing with what we have already.
Great.
Today, people will be changing iPhones every new version. Girls with boyfriends that have money, they will never ask for a laptop to do business. They'll ask for an iPhone 17. For what? Just to show off with the orange color.
Without using the functions.
No, I mean, they have not even used the functions of iPhone 6 or iPhone 7. But people want iPhone 17, you know. So the issue is we are wasting so much money even because we have too much technology already. I'm not saying we don't need more. We need more. That's why ICT University is here trying to promote AI and robotics. So we keep going to the next level. But we already have a good presence of technology.
Amazing. Which brings me to my next question about the ICT University. A little bird tells me that there is a very serious and a very interesting project going on at the ICT University. Of course, it is the agriculture, which the ICT University is introducing in Cameroon. Please brief us about that.
Oh no, we are excited about this. So it's what we call e-agriculture, or otherwise called digital agriculture.
Yes.
The use of robotics, artificial intelligence, different technologies to make agriculture attractive to youth. Many young people still believe agriculture is for poor farmers, poor people. But we want to make agriculture attractive to the youth of Cameroon. So we have launched this academic and practical project on e-agriculture backed by the Cameroon government to be able to create about 10,000 jobs in the next 5 years for Cameroonian youth and over 40,000 jobs for African youth.
That's amazing.
And not about jobs that are working for people, being their own entrepreneurs. Okay?
That's a goal.
You may not be aware of this, but in terms of exports and so on, Africa contributes only 2% of world's export goods.
Okay.
But we consume so much.
A lot.
So we just had our partners from Brazil that will be doing the agriculture project with.
Okay.
And they were telling us that Brazil supplies corn to Brazilians, to Cameroon. Come on.
Well, it's sad.
I mean, so the beer we are drinking here, corn from Brazil, I've been to Brazil several times. Their natural environment is nowhere as good as ours. And so through e-agriculture, we'll be using some very modern technologies to improve crop yield. One of the things we're working on is triple or quadruple production per hectare that is currently being done the way we do agriculture in Cameroon. And you know, the head of state is very, very much an agriculture person.
Yes,
when I was growing up as a child, I was seeing him in pineapple farms, and I was just thinking they were pictures, but someone told me he actually has those farms. And another beautiful thing which the government has done is that the government has approved that universities can now be entrepreneurial. That is one of the best things. Not many African countries have this. They only want universities to be book. But the Cameroon government has a great vision to make universities entrepreneurial. So the e-agriculture project is a business to generate young people, to generate businesses that will employ others. You know, so that's the exciting part about this e-agriculture project. We are doing it under the supervision of the University of CHAÉNES and our partners in Brazil. It will be a joint degree program on the academic side. We are still working on the paperwork to be approved by our boss, the Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education, such that if we get his approval, it will be joint degrees between Cameroon and the government of Brazil.
And this project absolutely falls in line with the government's initiative of import substitution.
Absolutely.
Which is what the president has been promoting.
Yes, and which, by the way, is something the president, through the Prime Minister of the Republic, actually has been supportive of our association, the Cameroon Academy of Sciences, to work on these things of import substitution. Not only have they supported Cameroon Academy of Science in this, they're putting money for us to work in the Cameroon Academy of Science to really look at this issue of import substitution. We consume too much from outside.
That's right.
We import fish, we import everything.
We
have to reverse that, even toothpick. We can reverse that. Not only is this project with the Brazilians going to involve production, but it's going to largely involve transformation of these products into finished products that can not only be consumed by Cameroon, but by our neighbors, including being sent all over the world.
Amazing. So we're expecting now to increase the percentage, the rate of exporting goods.
But through the rate of exports, but through coming up with agricultural techniques that will improve yield per hectare. That's an important part of what we are working on.
Amazing.
Okay, we are actually working, for example, with the Brazilians on a species of cassava that can be used to make bread without putting yeast or whatever to make the bread.
Great. We're looking forward to that being in our markets, in our local market.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. A lot is being expected of the ICT University, and of course, Managing Africa is going to follow up with this, because we'll bring you later editions that will be talking about the improvements that the project is going to make. Professor, now let's talk about something else.
Sure.
Let's discuss what motivated you to come up with an initiative like the ICT University. What was that drive for you?
Well, there were two big aspects. My beloved father, George Barika, who is of late, as of last year, he worked a lot. He dedicated his life to the government, but at the same time, he was a big businessman. So he put in my mind a lot of entrepreneurial approaches. He always told me, I don't want my children to have to depend on other people for employment. So he has always inculcated in my mind entrepreneurial ideas. And I happen to be born in such a rich country, Cameroon, where you can live your Cameroon dream. So that's one thing. Then also, as a teenager, I started a youth ministry called Cameroon Youth for Jesus, which is an evangelistic ministry.
Yes,
and that has been existing for many, many years. And it's part of that goal, not just to use the Bible to say, oh, we got to preach, but to also do practical things. So Christians are regarded as productive individuals, okay? Not just individuals, that people that are just opening the Bible and talking, but that the churches, the Christian ministries can be able to be productive and fund themselves. Otherwise, they become the laughing stock of society.
Right.
So those are my two great motivations. And honestly, what enhances this motivation is the fact that before coming to run initiatives here in Cameroon, I've been running different initiatives around the world, including in India and so on. And there were a lot of people in the diaspora that I remember someone said in the United States that Africa is the burial ground for good ideas.
Oh my God.
The burial ground. This is when I'm preparing to do this. And some of them, now that things are working, now they want to get involved. But before, I remember some of them saying, nothing can work in Cameroon.
No.
But so the support we get locally from the government, from individuals, has been such a motivation. And I've had some great leaders that have led the university, starting with someone like Professor Biban Sami Chumbo, Professor Jean-Emmanuel Pondi, now Professor Tonier, and Professor Charles Awono, who used to, these are great minds that are way more qualified administrators than me. They've been they've provided amazing leadership. So the skills are on ground, which has facilitated, made things easier for me. So those are my great motivations.
So, Prof, I do understand that there's no great project that comes without challenges. But then there's this saying in golf that the most important shot is the next one.
Yeah.
How has this saying helped you to recover from the setbacks that you've come across while, implementing your projects?
Yeah, one of the things, I cannot say we've had great setbacks, but let me get another club so I can hit the 18th hole.
Great.
Like a lot of people, they blame the government for their problems.
Yes.
I've noticed that in Cameroon. But my biggest challenge has been that lady that cleans the toilets in school that steals toilet paper to go to her house.
Okay.
On campus, right?
Okay.
So,
okay, I'll just come over this way. Wow.
So it is my greatest challenge is getting honest people to work. And not even talking about administrators. Our administrators are amazing people. But just a driver that the university gives them money for fuel, they give them the card for fuel, and they ask taxi men to come to the fuel station. They use the cards to fuel the taxi men's car. That's my biggest problem, honestly. Like the Ministry of Higher Education, through which we registered and got accreditation for our university, I say this every place, no one there has ever asked me $1 for bribe. Okay. I told this to my elder brother and father, Professor Jacques Famendongo, who is the minister there, that no one, not even that, they asked and I refused. Everything has been done in a way that really helps us in one way or another. Like I told you, my only challenges are some people in different parts of government that will say, I know this person, I know that person, so be careful with me, I can mess you up. And but I've also had people in top government that have said, Victor, if anybody gives you trouble, come and talk to me.
Great.
That is a part that my diasporan brothers and sisters need to understand. This government is ready to help. Okay. And so those have been challenges, but we've overcome them in one way or another. Just getting, the mentality of us as Cameroonians have to change. It's too corrupt, you understand? Just basic honesty is tough, and people don't understand when you steal from something that feeds you, you kill it, and it may kill your source of income too.
That's right.
But that should not stop us.
Great. Great. Thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it, because the idea is to keep most of these people inspired.
Absolutely.
And by your works, by your journey, your success story, I'm very, very certain that lots of people are not just learning, but they are being motivated and they're being inspired.
Absolutely.
Do you have some last words to the viewers of Managing Africa, to Cameroonians, to Africans, to the diasporans, to the governments, all the, to the general population?
No, I'm super grateful, first of all, for this interview. I want to thank your director, the owner of your TV station, Mr. Bonnie Dashako, good friend, good brother.
Yes.
He's running an amazing operation, and I'm so proud of him. He's one of the good brothers that many people look up to. My message, I love Cameroon. I'm thankful for Cameroon reopening its arm for me to come in and do the things I'm doing, which I'm doing in many other countries. But I'm thankful for the support. By the way, they've given me 3 chieftaincies in Cameroon.
Nice.
One from the fund of Zangtabi and the Metach funds.
Okay.
And one from Bali.
Okay.
And one from Dor.
Wow.
That is in addition to 4 chieftaincies that have been given in other African countries.
Oh, wow.
So the African nations, and I value these chieftaincies. Even I'm not trying to put down the award given to me by the President of the United States, but I value these awards more than that because these awards come from my people, and I'm so proud of that. When I sit in my ranch in the United States, I just always think, when next am I coming to Cameroon? And that's why I come here often. I just want to encourage your viewers to number one, believe in God, believe in prayers, and believe in hard work. I promise you, those 2, with that, everything will be fine.
Amazing. That's great.
And thank you. Good golfing, by the way. You're a good golfer.
Well, I try. Thank you so much. Thanks for this session.
Very good shots.
Great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, from classroom to the continent, Professor Victor Mbarika's message is clear. When knowledge meets intention, Africa rises. Dear viewers, we've come to the end of this session of Managing Africa. Professor, thank you so much again for being our guest.
She's the real deal, Nadine.
Thank you.
You have a bright future. Huh?
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks indeed. It has been a super amazing session with Professor Victor Mbarika. But it is time to go. So continue to keep it here on Managing Africa. We come up Thursdays 9 p.m., Tuesdays at 11 a.m., and of course Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Have a lovely day and continue to keep it very positive. Fine minds of Managing Africa. Bye-bye.